Okay, when you receive your equipment, there is a locating plate that is bolted onto the frame of the intermediate plenum, and it is designed to help you locate the location of the intermediate plenum, the elevator bucket conveyor, and this leg on the mixing drum. And this is how you need to set it up. So you need to look down and get all the corners roughly lined up with all the edges, and that will be a really good location point for you to set these three items relative to each other. And then you just want to make sure that you have clearance of the buckets and the end of the shaft from the intermediate plenum. Okay, so we're going to demonstrate dumping a load or a batch of rubber chips from the dump bucket into the mixing drum. The two things we want to make sure of every time we perform this action is that the mixing drum is in the fully retracted position so it can accept the chips as easily as possible. And two, we want the drum on so that it can introduce the chips to the very back of the drum as it's dispensing from the dump bucket. Drum so that it goes into the mix angle, and to know when you've reached the mix angle, you're going to see rubber chips falling right near the front of the drum. Okay, so once the batch has been dried and colored, it's now time to dispense it into the intermediate plenum. The intermediate plenum has an auger, and its purpose is to allow you to bulk dump your colored batch out of the drum so that you can get the next chipped, uncolored batch into the drum and mixing and painting so that it creates a continuous flow setup. So we have to take the bulk amount here into the intermediate plenum and slowly introduce it into the elevator bucket conveyor, which then goes into either a super sack or, in this case, a bagging machine so that we can put it into a retail size bag. So we're going to demonstrate how to dispense the chips now. Actuate the drum into the dump position. To evacuate all the chips, it is sometimes necessary to turn the drum on so that all the chips slide out into the intermediate plenum. Okay, so we're dispensing rubber chips into the bagging machine now from the elevator bucket conveyor. I am seeing visually rubber chips through the viewport on the bagger, and that lets me know that the top gate can now slice through the full volume of rubber chips that's filling the chamber. And through the viewport, I know that we can now fill a full bag. So we'll go ahead and do that now. So we'll grab a bag, get it open. You want to put it on the exit chute of the bagging machine and pull the bag to hold it on the exit chute while you twist the knob to close the bag holder and as well the top gate. We're now ready to open, because now that we sectioned it off, this is now empty. We're ready to move the bag over to the sealer. I like to displace the chips just a little bit so that I can get a good neck on the bag to get it through the sealer. Let the bag get sealed. And there's our bag. And then immediately place it onto a pallet where we've got our stretch wrap machine that we can then wrap our amount of rubber that we need per the order that's ordered. This can also be ordered, and we do manufacture that item as well. All right, sometimes the buckets can become crooked on the chain and get caught at the top rail when they're on their return. So it's nothing to be concerned about. What you'll notice while you're bagging, though, is you will see the elevator bucket stop moving, but the intermediate plenum is still filling the chamber at the bottom of the elevator bucket conveyor. So you want to hit the stop button as quickly as you can to stop rubber getting dispensed into the bottom plenum of the elevator bucket conveyor.